Hello students, once again good morning to all of you, right? Your Lalita ma'am is back with another topic from mole concept. Okay, it's a very important topic and of course a small topic only, but the thing is the same concept has to be done in two different videos. Okay, before I introduce what the concept is, okay, I just wanted to find out how my students are learning. Yes, already I said in the previous video that most of the children started liking online classes only, isn't it? What might be the reason for that? Because one thing is we can enjoy everything being at home. Okay, one hand will be on pen and one more hand will hold our phone, another phone. Okay, one ear will be on teacher's lecture and one more ear on the gossip which is happening in the surroundings, isn't it? And one eye is on the lecture given by the teacher and one more eye is the crush that is happening in the surroundings. Okay, such a busy life students are leading. Okay, where they are free, they're not at all free, isn't it? Such a busy life students life is. Okay, the whole day listening to lectures, at the same time doing some other jobs also. So multitasking children are doing, isn't it? Okay, whatever it may be. Right, we'll come into the topic now, right? So today we are going to learn about equivalent weights of elements. Okay, the concept of equivalent weights is very important. Okay, and it has to be done in two different videos. I'm planning it to do it in two different videos. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn about equivalent weights of only elements. Okay, means single substances, not compounds. Okay, so what is our topic for today? Equivalent weights of elements. Equivalent weights of elements. Okay, so this is our topic for today. So you all are aware of atomic weights. Okay, atomic numbers of elements, at least 1 to 30 elements. At the same time, atomic weights of some other important elements you have to remember. Okay, so what are these equivalent weights? Okay, I'll just directly go into the concepts. Okay, actually it is defined as the number of parts by which one element combines with another element to form a compound. Okay, how many parts of sodium is combining with how many parts of chlorine to form sodium chloride? Like an example it is. Okay, suppose if water molecule is formed, how many parts of hydrogen is combining with how many parts of oxygen to form a water molecule? Okay, so that number of parts by which an element gets combined with another element to form what? Compounds. You call that number of parts is treated as what? Equivalent weight. So equivalent weight is just only a mere number. Okay, it doesn't have any fixed value or it doesn't have any specific number for particular substance. Okay, but it is specific only. In one way, if you think, it is a specific number only. Okay, so let us try to understand a small relation is there which is there in between atomic weights and equivalent weights. Okay, so how many parts of one element combines with how many parts of another element to form compounds? Okay, so that you call it as what? Equivalent weight. Okay, the number of parts. Okay, it is defined as what? The number of parts by which an element combines with another to form compounds. Number of parts by which an element combines with another. Okay, how many parts of sodium? Okay, number of parts by weight of sodium Okay, reacts with sodium Na, reacts with number of parts by weight of chlorine, okay, to form sodium chloride. Number of parts by weight of what? Chlorine to form sodium chloride. Okay, so how many parts of one element combines with how many parts of another element to form a compound? You call that number of parts as what? Equivalent weight. Okay, so now there is a small relation between atomic weight and equivalent weight. Okay, so to find equivalent weight, we follow this relation. Relation between atomic weights and equivalent weights. Relation between atomic weights and equivalent weights. Okay, so what is the relation? Generally, equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency. Equivalent weight of elements. Especially now in this video, we are going to learn about what? Single substances. Like for example, elements or species, single species. Okay, that may be ions also. Okay, anything. We will be learning with examples, right? So equivalent weight of elements is given by the formula atomic weight of the element by valency. Okay, atomic weight of the element by valency is called what? Equivalent weight. Okay, so we'll be learning with some examples so that you will understand the concept of what? Equivalent weight. Suppose if they ask you to find the equivalent weights of certain elements, okay, you have to use this formula. Okay, atomic weight of the element by valency gives you equivalent weight. Okay, let us learn with some examples. Okay, so what are the examples for equivalent weight of elements? Okay, even for ions also, we'll learn some examples so that you will understand. Okay, suppose if you want to find the equivalent weight of aluminium, find the equivalent weight of aluminium in Al2O3. Like this one question is given. Okay, so you know atomic weight for aluminium. Atomic weight of aluminium is how much? It is 27. You know that. You have to by heart atomic weights and atomic numbers of elements that you have to remember. So atomic weight of aluminium is 27 and valency of aluminium is how much? 3. Okay, aluminium is which group? Third A group. Okay, so valency of third A group elements is what? 3. It's a metal also. So number of valence electrons in metals also constitute the group number, constitute the valency of that metal also. Okay, so aluminium, you will find 3 valence electrons. It's a metal, so its valency is what? 3. So equivalent weight of aluminium, how much you will be getting? Atomic weight by valency. This is the formula. Equivalent weight formula is what? Atomic weight by valency. So 9 units. Okay, here you don't have any specific units to identify the equivalent weights of elements. You don't have any specific units. It's just a mere number. That's it. Okay, so that is an example for what? Equivalent weight. Okay, we'll see certain examples now. Okay, it can exist even for what? Even for ions also. Okay, or even for compounds also. Okay, so in this video I'll be dealing only with a single species. Okay, either for elements or for cations as well as anions. How you will be finding the equivalent weights. Okay, so that we will be seeing in this video. For equivalent weights of compounds, okay, you have again another 4 categories are there. For acids, for bases, for salts, and for oxidizing and reducing agents. You have another next coming videos we will be learning about it. Okay, in this video we will be learning only about what? Equivalent weights of elements and single species. Okay, please understand carefully, right? So this is first example which we have learnt. Okay, let us move on to the second example. Okay, find the equivalent weight of chromium. equivalent weight of chromium Cr in Cr2O3. Okay, so you have to understand it like this. Here chromium's weight by valency of chromium. Okay, so generally Cr2O3 means chromium trioxide. Cr2O3, it gives rise to what? 2Cr3 plus 2Cr3 plus 3O2 minus. Like this it gets dissociated. Okay, here 3 plus. The unit charge present with chromium is how much? Plus 3. So equivalent weight of chromium is equal to what? Equivalent weight of chromium Cr is equal to atomic weight by unit charge which is present with that chromium. Unit charge. Okay, whatever be the charge which is present with chromium, you are going to keep that unit charge here. Here if it is a normal element, you will take the valency of that element. If you are taking an ion, you will take the unit charge which is there for that particular ion. Okay, so atomic weight of chromium is how much? Do you remember? It is 52. Please remember the atomic weights. Okay, 52. And the unit charge here we observed is what? 3. So 52 by 3 will gives you what? Atomic weight of chromium. Okay, so this will be almost around 17 3s are 51. So 17.33 you will be getting something around. Okay, units. You don't have any specific units because it's just a mere number. That's it. It don't have any specific units. Please remember that point. Okay, so this is one example. Now we will see certain examples for equivalent weights of certain elements. Okay, we'll see some examples. Equivalent weights of some elements we will see. Equivalent weights of ions also we will see some examples. Okay, so let us keep side heading equivalent weights of elements, examples, certain examples. Okay, so first one, if you go for the first one, equivalent weights of some elements. As just now I told you about aluminium, it is atomic weight by valency. Please remember. Okay, so let us learn some examples like this. Suppose if they ask for silver, okay, equivalent weight of silver Ag is equal to what? Atomic weight by valency. Okay, did you remember the atomic weight of silver? The atomic weight of silver is 108. Okay, 108. Valency of silver is 1. So atomic weight by valency will gives you equivalent weight of silver. Okay, so like that we'll see one or two examples. Okay, it's a simple concept. Okay, so that everybody can easily understand and you can do. Okay, if it is for compounds, you will have a little thing which you have to remember certain things. Okay, suppose if they ask for bromine. Okay, so equivalent weight is equal to what? Atomic weight by valency for bromine. What is the atomic weight for bromine? Okay, atomic weight for bromine is equal to what, Nana? 80. And bromine is a 7th A group element. Okay, and its valency is found to be 1. So 80 by 1, which will be equal to what? 80 only. So equivalent weight of bromine is what? 80 only. Okay, now we'll see some examples for equivalent weights of cations. Okay, suppose if you are finding valency of certain elements, you will find some of the D block elements are having variable valencies also. Okay, like iron is there. Iron will be having +2 valency will be there, +3 valency also will be there. Okay, suppose tin is there, 2 and 4. Okay, copper is there, 1 and 2. Like that variable valencies, if they are there for that compounds, then they also will have variable equivalent weights based on their valency also. Okay, like we will see this example, equivalent weight of variable valency. Like suppose for example, iron is there. Okay, equivalent weight of iron, equivalent weight of iron Fe in ferrous ion. Okay, in ferrous compounds. Ferrous compounds means Fe2 plus ions. Ferrous, less valency, less charge, us is the suffix. Okay, less us, you can remember. So Fe2 plus ion, if it is there, then equivalent weight is equal to what? Atomic weight by unit charge, or that valency. Okay, here atomic weight by valency. So atomic weight of iron is 56. Okay, you have to remember the atomic weights. And valency for iron in case of ferrous compounds is how much? 2. So 56 by 2, you will be getting 28. Same like that, if you find the equivalent weight of iron in ferric compounds, okay now, Fe3 plus, okay, then you will write 56 by 3, okay, instead of 2. Here ferric means Fe3 plus, so 56 by 3 if you do, 18 sir, okay, 18.33 something you will be getting. Okay, so if any element is having what? Variable valencies, you will be changing their valencies and you will be keeping that, and that will be giving you two different equivalent weights for the same element. Okay, so you have to remember that point also. Now let us consider some of the equivalent weights for cations. Okay, let us see some examples. Equivalent weights of cations. Okay, what are the examples for equivalent weights of cations? Certain positively charged ions, we will take some examples. Like as just now I told you, Q plus ion, okay, will be having Cu plus, one plus 1 is the unit charge for that. Okay, Cu plus ion, Q plus ion. Okay, for that equivalent weight is what? Atomic weight by unit charge. Atomic weight of Cu by unit charge. Okay now, unit charge. Okay, so atomic weight for copper is how much? Did you remember? 63.5. And here for Q plus ion, the charge is plus 1. Okay, we are irrespective of the sign of the charge, we'll just keep the magnitude or the number, just we will keep. No need of keeping any sign. Okay, of course these are cations. Cations means positive charged ions only, isn't it? So 63.1.5 by 1 is equal to what? 63.5 only. Same like that, if they ask for cupric ion, okay, it will be Cu plus 2. Then equivalent weight will be how much? Okay, 63.5 by 2. Here unit charge is 2. So how much you will be getting? Almost around 32 or 31.75. 31.75. Okay, so cupric ion and cuprous ion. Okay, we'll be learning some more examples. Okay, suppose if they ask for stannous ion and stannic ion. Okay, stannous, tin, stannous ion. Okay, what is the symbol for stannous ion? Unit charge is what? Sn plus 2. Okay, so equivalent weight for stannous ion is equal to what? Atomic weight by valency. Atomic weight by unit charge. Okay, so atomic weight of tin is found to be how much? 118. Almost around 118.7, something like that. And unit charge here for stannous, it is how much? Plus 2. Okay, so 118.7 by 2. If you do, how much you will be getting? Almost around 59.35. Okay now, 59.35. Same like that, if they ask for stannic ion, okay, stannic ion will be Sn plus 4 ion. Stannous, stannic. Less valency, us. More valency, ik. Please remember like that also. Sn plus 4. Okay, stannic ion. Same procedure. Okay, equivalent weight by unit charge. Okay now, equivalent weight by unit charge. So you will be getting how much? Here plus 4 is the charge. Okay, so equivalent weight is equal to 118 by 4, which is almost equal to how much? 29.7. Okay, 29.7. Okay, suppose if they ask nitronium ion. What is nitronium ion? Okay, nitronium ion is NO2 plus ion. NO2 plus. Okay, nitronium ion is what? NO2 plus. Okay, for this what is the equivalent weight? Okay, same, atomic weight by valency. Okay, so what will be the atomic weight? Nitrogen 14 and oxygen 32. 14 plus 32 you will be getting 46. And here plus 1 is the charge. So 46 by 1 you will be doing. Okay, so that is equal to what? 46 only. Okay, so like this, these are the examples for what? Equivalent weights of cations. Okay, now we'll learn some examples for equivalent weights of anions. Okay, equivalent weights of anions we will learn some examples. Okay, anions are what? Negatively charged ions. Okay, equivalent weights of anions. Okay, we'll learn some 1 or 2 examples. Okay, so first one, let us take the example of oxide ion. Oxide ion, O minus 2 ion. Okay, so what is the equivalent weight? Same procedure, atomic weight by valency. Here ionic mass, instead of atomic mass you will use the word ionic mass. Okay, so equivalent weight is equal to ionic mass. Even for cations also, instead of atomic weight or atomic mass you will be using the word ionic mass, because they are what? Ions. Okay, so ionic mass by what? Unit charge. So ionic mass of oxygen is found to be how much? 16. Okay, and unit charge here is 2. So equivalent weight of oxide ion is 8. Okay, same like that you can take some other examples. 1 or 2 examples we will see. Nitride ion. Okay, nitride. Okay, what is nitride ion? N minus 3 ion. Okay, so equivalent weight is as usual atomic mass or ionic mass by unit charge. Ionic mass is for nitrogen 14 by unit charge is 3. So 14 by 3 will be almost equal to 4.67. Okay, something like that. Okay, so nitride ion N minus 3. You should remember the names of the ions also. Okay, so nitrate. Next we will learn nitrate. What is nitrate ion? NO3 minus. Okay, nitrate ion NO3 minus. Here what is the unit charge? Unit charge for nitrate ion. Okay, nitrogen 14, oxygen is 16. 16 3s are 48. So 48 plus 14, how much you will be getting? Almost around 62. Okay, 62. Here charge is 1. So 62 by 1, which is equal to what? 62 only. So equivalent weight of nitrate ion is how much? 62. Okay, so like this you can calculate the equivalent weights of anions also. Okay, you can calculate for sulfate. Sulfate you know, SO4 minus 2. Okay, SO4 minus 2 for sulfate ion. Okay, so equivalent weight is how much? For sulfate, sulfur 32, oxygen also 32. Here 4 oxygens are there. So for sulfate, how much you will be getting the unit mass? Okay, 16 4s are 64 plus 32. You will be getting 96, isn't it? 96. And here unit charge is 2. So 96 by 2, which is equal to what? 48. Okay, so some useful concepts you are remembering. Okay, some useful ions names you are remembering. Like even you can take phosphate ion. Okay, phosphate ion, PO4 minus 3, phosphate ion. So equivalent weight is equal to what? Ionic mass by unit charge. Okay, so ionic mass, phosphorus 31 and oxygen 16, 16 4s are 64. 31 plus 64 will be how much? 95 and unit charge is 3. So 95 by 3 which is equal to what? 31.67. Okay. Same like that if you calculate for chlorate ion. Chlorate. Okay. Chlorate ion. What is the formula for chlorate ion? ClO3 minus. Okay. Formula for chlorate ion. ClO3 minus. Okay. Here chlorine is 35.5. Oxygen is 16. 16 plus 16 threes are 48. So 35.5 plus 48. So equivalent weight is equal to what? For chlorate ion 35.5 plus 35 plus 48, 85. No, 83.5. 83.5. Here charge is what? Minus 1. Means 1 only. So 83.5. Okay. Is the what we call ionic mass 83.5. Charge is 1. So equivalent weight is also how much? 83.5 only. Let us learn for bicarbonate ion. Okay. What is bicarbonate ion? HCO3 minus. Okay. For HCO3 minus, what is the equivalent weight? Unit mass is how much? For hydrogen 1, for carbon 12, oxygen 16, 3 oxygens are there. Okay. So 1 plus 12 plus 48. You will be getting 61. Okay. And unit charge is how much? 1 only. So 61 by 1 is 61. So like this, for finding the equivalent weights of certain elements as well as single species, you will use the same formula. Okay. Ionic mass by unit charge. If it is an element, atomic weight by valency. Okay. It is only for what? Single species. Okay. Next video, we'll be learning about equivalent weights of acids separately for bases, for salts as well as oxidizing and reducing agents also. It's a very important concept here, children. You have to understand and apply the concepts quickly. Your speed should develop. Okay. While doing the sums, your speed should develop. Okay. So thanks for watching, dear children. Keep watching my videos and kindly subscribe to my channel. Okay. Bye.